The first card you have for your past is the High Priestess. Yeah, this is a very, very instinctual, very deep, very knowing card, very spiritual card, obviously. I think at this time your senses were very, very heightened. You could sense things. They were very, very sharp. I think you usually do have quite strong instincts, but I think at this time they were very strong. I think you might have been, picking up on different people's moods very easily, and I think also you might have gotten yourself out of a bit of a difficult situation as well because of your instincts. I'm actually seeing you getting some really strange sort of negative vibes from someone or around someone, and it wasn't anything they said at all or they did or anything like that. It was just a feeling you had. And you're 100% right about this feeling, if this is all resonating with you. I don't think you're in danger or anything very serious, but it was, I think if you hadn't have seen these warning signs instinctually inside yourself, you might have found yourself maybe in an awkward situation or a negative situation or something negative. So, I think you just knew. I think you had this kind of vibe around them and you were like, oh no, I don't want to be near that person. And you really got yourself out of a bad situation. So this is like a message to you as well to remind you of that. I don't know how recently this was, but just to remind you of that and just to remind you to always follow your instincts because you are always right with them. And the other thing I'm seeing is your instincts were picking up something else as well. There's someone who was attracted to you, definitely, and I think they still are. And again, this person didn't say anything to you. They didn't say, let's go out, can I text you, can I see you, whatever. They didn't say anything. It was just that you picked this up from them. You could sense that they did. They were attracted to you. And again, I think you were right. And they're a little bit of a quiet person. They're a bit of a shy person. So again, for that reason, they probably wouldn't have said anything to you. Yeah, I am feeling this attraction around this. And again, I'm getting this shyness coming from them, their hesitation of coming forward to you. They might have actually been feeling as if you're a little bit unapproachable for some reason. Because the High Priestess can be about someone who's a bit mysterious and unreachable and all of that kind of thing. So that might have been how they saw you. They were definitely attracted to you, and I think they still are. And I think it was probably a combination of them seeing you in that way and also their shyness. But you picked up on that, and if this is resonating, you're right, definitely right about them. So the next card you have your past is the Ace of Wands. Again, this is about passion, this is about attraction, and I think they are going to come out and tell you how they feel, and I think they're going to come out quite soon and tell you that, if they haven't already. The Ace of Wands usually means that something's going to happen very, very fast, either within the next few days or the next couple of weeks. It's going to be very fast. And, because the Ace of Wands is about action, pure action, and it usually means that. So, yeah, and coming out and telling you is very out of character for them. They're usually very quiet. I keep on getting that. So I don't know if this person's from your workplace. They might be from there. It's someone who I think you either see them every day or you talk to them every day. I think you do talk to them a lot. And I think you might have even had a few deep conversations with this person. They're quite a deep person. They are very, very, very attracted to you. They're hesitant, though. They really, really are. So, yeah, they have many layers. They have many, many very deep layers, and you probably don't know that yet. But I think when they do come out and talk to you, and you do get to know them further, if that's what you choose to do, you'll probably find these very, very deep layers. You'll find out they're a very deep person. So, yeah, you've already had deep conversations with them, but I think you'll really find a whole lot more about them. So, yeah, the last card you have for your past is the Six of Pentacles. So, yeah, again, they might be from your workplace. It might be someone you work with. It might be a customer as well. It might be someone that comes in. I keep on seeing that because I'm seeing you talking to them daily or seeing them daily, day after day. So that's where I'm getting that from. I'm also seeing you talking about or discussing a problem you might have around the workplace, and you might have discussed this with them, or maybe not, but there's this kind of unfairness going on, I think, in your workplace, and I'm actually seeing someone who's favoured in some way. It might be that they're given the best jobs, or they're able to avoid the worst jobs or something, and you might have found yourself in a position where you had to do extra work or cover for them. It was something like that, something that wasn't fair, very horrible, difficult. I don't know if this person's friends with someone who's in a position of authority or something like that. They might be related to the boss, something like that, some kind of unfairness. And I hate to say this, but I don't think this unfair situation is going to change, really. So I don't know how bearable this is. I hope it's not unbearable for you, but they're not going to change. They're not going to leave. They're not going to move. I'm just not seeing that. And why should they move? They're benefiting from being there. They're that kind of person. They don't care really. And you might decide to move, but they're not going to. They're not going to move. They're not going anywhere. That's what I'm seeing in that card. If this is all resonating with you. If it becomes unbearable to you, you are going to be the one that has to take action, not them, because they won't. Okay, so the first card you have for your present is the Five of Cups. So yeah, this is showing me work options. You have a few other options around you. You have one quite good opportunity, one really good opportunity actually, but I think that involves going back to something, either going back to something you used to do, an old workplace, or going back to somewhere. It's something like that. And because of that, it might not look like an attractive prospect to you, but I think you might find that wherever this place is or whatever this is, it's not the same as it used to be. It used to be one way and now it's very different, and it's a lot more attractive than it was. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that makes sense to you. I don't know if it will. But if this is resonating, please don't discount this opportunity, because it's a very, very good one for you. It's going to be a stepping stone for you, I'm seeing. You have other opportunities as well, but this one's really, really standing out. Yeah, if you're still going through this work situation where there's this unfairness going on, try not to let your feelings stop you from seeing these other opportunities. You might be so fed up with this and upset and unhappy that you don't lift your head up and see what's there, like the man on this card. Don't be so wallowing in this horrible situation that you're like, oh, there's an opportunity there, but oh no, I just feel so down. I can't do anything about this. I'm stuck where I am. Don't get into that. Try not to spiral into that. If you feel yourself spiraling into that, get yourself straight out and see these opportunities. This man can't see what's behind him. In front of him, he has these spilt cups. So he's like, oh no, I spilt these cups. It's terrible. This is a horrible situation. But behind him, there are some upright cups and they're probably full, but he's not looking at them. So you need to lift up your head to see these opportunities. That's what I'm seeing in that card. And again, don't dismiss the big one. There's one that involves something about going back or backwards or something like that. I can't clearly see what it is. It's something about that. So if that makes sense to you, that's the one you need to take up. So the first card you have for your present is the Knight of Wands. So yeah, here's this person again. I'm seeing this person who's attracted to you. Now again, there was the Ace of Wands and there's the Knight of Wands. So they have a lot of passion for you. They're very, very physically attracted to you. And I usually see this card representing someone who's a bit of a player, usually someone who jumps in and out of relationships. They don't take them seriously. That's not what I'm seeing with this person. This is a shy person. I keep on seeing that. And they won't come in and out in that way, but they might start to come, a bit closer to you, and then they might hesitate and go back a bit, and then they pick up their courage again and they come back again and then they go back. So that's the kind of backwards and forwards I'm seeing around this. And yeah, they're definitely attracted to you. That's everywhere in this. They're going to struggle, I think, but I think they are definitely going to come forward and open up to you eventually. It might take them a few goes first, but I think once they've made up their mind, once they've got their courage together properly, then they will properly come toward you. I'm just seeing, okay, this is going to sound really weird, strange, and, don't laugh at me, please, but whoever this is, I think they love animals. I think they love, they have pets or they rescue animals. That might give you another clue as to who this is, because if this is a shy person, yeah, your instincts were telling you that they're interested, but I think they go backwards and forwards so much and they're so kind of nervous that you might feel as if you're getting mixed signals from them, or, they're changing their mind, but they are interested in you. And if you want to come forward to them, please do that. I mean, I'm sure they'll be relieved if you do. So the last card you have, your present, is the Wheel of Fortune. So, yeah, I'm seeing a few things in this card. I know I keep on talking about this person who's interested in you. I just keep on seeing more and more things come out. It's like things are being revealed as I go on looking at these cards. So, and often in a reading, when I see the same person over and over again, it can mean that they're an important person in your life, or they're going to be. So it's like they're a very significant person for you. So that's usually that happens when they come up again and again. So what I'm seeing here is, I think this person might have had a difficult background. And I think in some of their past relationships, they might have, maybe they pushed people away because they were pushed away themselves. That probably won't make sense to you now. I don't know, it might depend on where you are with them at this stage. If you're at the stage where you're getting to know them a bit more on a deeper level, you might already know this or you might not. But I think this is another reason why they're hesitating so much. I think they have a lot of past issues. I think they've had a very difficult background. I don't know if they have a criminal history. It might even be that. It's something that they're not proud of. And they're scared about coming close to you for that reason. That's not the only reason. They're just a shy person, but that's one of the reasons, I think. And they're a little bit ashamed of themselves. And they don't need to be. They're totally different now. Things are different for them now. And the background that they were in, they were kind of led along by that, and now they've totally changed. So they should really be proud of themselves because they've moved out of one situation into another one. Because, the Wheel of Fortune can be about your life going in one direction and then it turns around and goes in a different one. And that's what's happened to them. It didn't just happen to them, though. They did it themselves. They had a really difficult start, and then they turned things around for themselves. So really, that's something to be proud of. I don't know why they're hiding it from you, but that's just how they're feeling. That's what I'm seeing there. So the first card you have for your future is the Two of Wands. So you have a lot of new things ahead of you. Again, you might not be able to see them, especially these work opportunities. You might not see them as good choices or relevant choices for you. So again, yeah, this is what I was seeing. This is reflecting what I was seeing in the Five of Cups. I keep on seeing this very important big work opportunity, or it might be a business opportunity, something like that. It's right there. You might not be noticing it, or you might be dismissing it. That's what I'm seeing. And, on the one hand, I think you can see this is a good option. But on the other hand, I think you might see this as something that pulls you backwards or holds you back. Because I keep on seeing going back, having to go back to do this. That's what I keep on seeing. It might be that you have to revisit an old place where you used to work, or it might be an old place of study, or it might just be that you have to go back and study as a mature student or something like that. Or it might be about going back to an old area, going back to a hometown or an old city where you grew up. It might be that. But just know that going back geographically doesn't have to mean going back mentally or intellectually. This is a step forward for you. I know it can be hard for you to see that. I can see that you are struggling with this if this is resonating with you. But it looks like a step back, but it's a step forward. That's what I'm seeing all through this. So, yeah, this opportunity involves going back. And I think part of it might be the way you see yourself and the way that you, no, I've gotten further, I've got this far, I don't want to go back to where I was. That's the kind of thing I'm getting around that, if that makes sense to you. And you might not even have come to this stage where you know what this opportunity is yet, because this is in your future, but that's what I'm seeing there. So, yeah, the next card you have for your future is the Fool. So, yeah. Okay, so this feeling of not wanting to go backwards, again, I'm seeing this again in this card. I think it might have something to do with worrying about people's perceptions of you, or even your own perception of yourself, if that makes sense to you. Because sometimes people can have feelings of going backwards or going downwards, or even if they, if they need to do something like, for example, they have to go back to their old area where they grew up. There's always that worry that people are going to see them as having gone backwards, or a failure even, or something like that. Now, there might even be some people who, if you say this, I'm thinking of doing this, I don't know, you don't want to go back there, you don't want to go backwards. It might be that you have to live with your family even. It might be that. It might be that you have to live with a relative. It might be that you have to go to a cheaper area because you want to save more. It looks like a step back, but it's actually a step forward. If you go and do this step, it might be that there's a great opportunity there to earn more because there's money around this. Or it might be that, you can save more if you're staying with a relative. You might stay with them, build things up, and that is a step forward. It just doesn't look like that to the outside world. Now, if anyone laughs at you, if anyone says, you're a fool to do this, you silly fool, you're supposed to be going forward, not backwards, they can't see what you have planned for yourself. They can't see what's in your future. They can't see whether this is a stepping stone. All they can see is the position where you are now. So if they see you going back to where you were and they're like, ha, 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 that's all they see. They don't see, okay, well, I'm here now, but maybe in a year's time, I'll move into something else. Or I'll have saved a whole lot of money and they're not doing the same thing. They're kind of maybe wasting the money, or they're going out all night long, or they're doing stuff. I'm not doing that. And so in the future, I am going to be in a better position and you won't be. It's not a competition. That's not what I mean. But it's just that they don't see the plans you have for yourself, the track you're on. They can just see where you are now. That's all they can see. So don't listen to any of these people. And I would advise you to not say this to many people, because you're going to get a whole lot of conflicting ideas and silly ideas and people who have these. Don't do that. Just get some time to yourself and just think about this yourself, and then do this yourself. And don't listen to people. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the last card you have for your future is the Ten of Pentacles. So yes, building up your money. Look at this card. Building up your money. This opportunity that feels like you're going backwards, but you're actually going forward, is going to help you to build up your money. Either you're going to earn more, you're going to save more, it's going to be one or the other, or even both. And you're going to get on top of things. You're going to, this is a gradual card. So you're going to slowly build this up. It's going to take time. But when you're building things up for yourself, again, don't listen to other people. Don't listen to gossip. Don't listen to people who tell you, you shouldn't be doing that. I mean, look at this card. There's a couple in the middle and it looks like they're whispering to each other. Look at this person. No. Ignore that. I think this is a good opportunity for you. And I think to go through a little bit of feeling like, I've gone backwards a bit. I feel a bit uncomfortable, that time of feeling a little bit uncomfortable is going to make you a million times more comfortable in the future. Now, I hope this does resonate with you because I'm really seeing this quite clearly. It was quite specific, so it might not, but I really hope it reaches the right person because I can see someone who needs to feel a little bit, uncomfortable. I'll say the same thing again so that they can feel comfortable later on.